3 weeks after the season ended, the gym lights were still on. But the building felt different. Quieter. Empty. No crowd. No music. No teammates. Just the hum of fluorescent lights and the echo of Daniel's footsteps across the hardwood. Most players had gone home for the break. Daniel stayed. Not because a coach required it, not because scouts were watching, but because something inside him had shifted. Talent had carried him, but talent had also exposed him. And for the first time, he understood that the gap between who he was and who he wanted to become would not close on its own. This time, there was no audience to impress, only a standard to rebuild. The first workout felt unfamiliar, not physically difficult, mentally uncomfortable. There was no applause after a made shot, no energy boost from a crowd, no highlight waiting to be posted. Just repetition. Form shooting from 5 spots, slow, deliberate footwork drills, defensive slides until his legs trembled. When the gym clock expired, he reset it, not dramatically, calmly, because discipline is not loud. It does not announce itself. It repeats. It demands consistency long after motivation fades. And on that empty court, Daniel began building something invisible. He stopped talking about the future, stopped imagining interviews, stopped picturing arenas. Instead, he focused on the next morning. Wake up early, arrive first, leave last, study film without distraction, eat with intention, sleep with purpose. Small behaviors repeated daily. The freshman who had replaced him noticed the change. Marcus noticed too. Coach noticed. But no one said anything. Because real growth rarely comes with commentary. It accumulates quietly. And over time, quiet accumulation becomes visible. Summer training began. Conditioning drills pushed everyone to their limits. Sprints across the court, lung-burning intervals, full-court defensive rotations. Daniel did not speak much. He led through execution, finishing every sprint through the line, closing out on every shooter with urgency, communicating clearly without emotion. When intensity dipped, he raised it, not dramatically, consistently. And slowly, the team responded. He was no longer chasing approval. He was chasing alignment with his own standard. And that difference changed everything. Pre-season scrimmages arrived. New roster. New expectations. Daniel played differently. He didn't force shots. He moved the ball. He anticipated rotations. He sprinted back on defense without hesitation. The plays were not spectacular. They were correct. Coach observed quietly. And when the second unit struggled to control the tempo, Coach made a simple call. Brooks, run the offense. There was no dramatic music, no grand gesture, just trust. Trust that had been earned in silence. Confidence once meant scoring. Now it meant preparation. He felt calm not because he assumed success, but because he had rehearsed adversity. Late-game simulations in practice, tie-score scenarios, down by 2 with seconds remaining. This time, when pressure rose, he did not isolate. He read the defense, drove into the lane, drew help, kicked to Marcus in the corner, 3-point shot, clean release, swish. The bench erupted. Daniel nodded once. because the right decision now felt stronger than any highlight ever had. Teammates began arriving earlier, not because he demanded it, because example travels faster than speeches. Freshmen asked questions. Upperclassmen trusted his voice. Coach adjusted rotations again. Daniel returned to the starting lineup. But the meaning had changed. He was no longer starting because of potential. He was starting because of reliability. The word that once cut him had become his foundation. And this time, it fit.
Mid-season, same rival, same arena, same noise, but a different player stood at mid-court. The game tightened in the fourth quarter. Crowd loud, scouts watching. Daniel did not chase the spotlight. He controlled the pace, directed traffic, communicated defensive switches. With 1 minute left and the score tied, he attacked the rim. Contact, foul, 2 free throws. He stepped to the line. The noise blurred into distance. He bounced the ball slowly, exhaled. First shot, clean. Second shot, clean. No rush, no tension, because doubt fades when preparation replaces ego.
The buzzer sounded. Win. Teammates celebrated. Daniel walked calmly to the bench and sat down, his breathing steady, his mind clear. He did not feel invincible. He felt stable. There is a difference. Invincibility depends on talent. Stability depends on discipline. Coach approached. No speech, no dramatic moment, just a nod. And in that small acknowledgement, Daniel felt something deeper than applause. Respect. Daniel Brooks still had talent. But talent was no longer his identity. Discipline was. Confidence was no longer loud. It did not demand attention. It did not rely on highlights. It did not disappear when pressure rose. Because confidence built on effort does not fear exposure. It does not collapse under expectation. It does not chase moments. It builds seasons. The name on his jersey had not changed, but the meaning behind it had. Potential once described him. Now, consistency did. And earned confidence is quieter than ego, but stronger than both.